Thank you so much, thank you. Thank you so much, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we're now starting the journey back to base, and so far this is quite an interesting drive, I tell you.
It's showtime.
Hello, I'm Rodney Price. This is the what's the name on this thing? So yeah, this is the Mini. We're very lucky. This one is the third generation of the Mini, and this is BMW through and through, just with a Mini body and a Mini styling and Mini body. But apart from that, it's all BMW. It's all German awesomeness. Yeah, it drives really nicely. Suspension's doing a pretty good job of soaking up a lot of the bumps on the road, which is nice. Steering is accurate. Steering feels good. Feels solid. Automatic lights, which is brilliant. Cruise control, which is brilliant, with multiple different modes to choose from. You've got the ability to answer a phone call, you've got voice command, you've got volume controls for the audio system, you've got a big display in the centre, big prize I've never seen before. And this one's got the heated seats. And this one is a Mini Cooper, which is like your middle of the road Mini. It's not the Cooper S, which is the high performance model. It's just in between. But this is not just a Mini. This is a Mini Cooper exclusive. So think of that as the equivalent to BMW Individual or Pininfarina. So what that means is that the original buyer for this Mini in Japan, when she went to the Mini dealership, asked if there were options that they don't usually show other Mini owners. And so they went in a Japanese polite way, and we'll see what we can do. And then they were able to get a hold of Mini Exclusive, which then offered options that wasn't usually there for a Mini. So differences with the Exclusive: leather. Notice that it's not black. It's not Daytona black. It's a lovely Daytona cream leather, and that's not standard. That's not standard leather. So that's pretty cool. Very likely the body colour as well wasn't a standard option. Yeah, it's climate control, brilliant. USB, brilliant for charging your phone. So you either need you just need a USB lead with the right adapter on the end. Auto box, so you don't have to think about changing gear. The automatic gearbox does all the hard work for you, and I've got to say, this gearbox is amazing. It's spot on. It knows exactly which gear to be in. It knows exactly which gear to step up to or step down to. It knows when to change gear. You can just focus on your driving. You can just focus on driving. You don't have to worry about, which gear do I need to be in? I've got to be in this gear. I've got to change gear. And that's that delay that you have constantly having to change gear, and the wear on your clutch as well. But just be aware that if this gearbox misses a gear or malfunctions, if there is a repair for this, whatever can go wrong with this gearbox, it will be hugely expensive. It will be a massive worry, because this is a very advanced gearbox compared to a lot of autos. This is the first turbocharged diesel that Luke Price has ever seen that revs to just over 6,000 RPM. 6,000 RPM, just over. Whoa. And this is diesel? Luke Price has never met a diesel that revs to just over 6,000 RPM. So we've never seen that before. That's pretty interesting, really. Apparently this can do 160 miles an hour. That's probably more for the coupe. That's probably for the Coupe S. A high performance model that can do that. Or this, but it's a very modern twin scroll turbocharger. Really responsive, accurate. It's a lovely engine. It's a lovely engine, and the pickup, the responsiveness is just really quick. Like, really quick. So that's pretty cool. Your fuel gauge is that thingy there, with the amber lights. You remember that from BMW 3 Series. You got audio system. I believe this is probably a standard audio system, so it's a good audio system. Don't think this is but I don't. Luke Price doesn't know if this audio system has had an upgrade of some kind. It looks like a standard system, but the styling is just nice. The styling's nice. Gearbox is spot on. You do have auto stop start. I would probably just leave it, because that's just a part of the engine that the engine sets up. Do you notice though? Which is just an interesting. It's just an interesting quirk. Is a thing. Speed camera. There's a speed camera. We are doing 70, so we should be absolutely fine. And past the speed camera, so can pick up the pace now. Always check your blind spots before you commit. Because one day you won't, and there will be a car there, or a motorcycle. A super naked or a super bike. You'll be putting them at risk. It's like, oh, you ass. You assy ass. Oh, just overtake. Go on, you gonna overtake? You're not gonna overtake, are you? Blocked by a fucking Volkswagen. Yeah. I don't want to be in that lane. Get out of my way. Oh, yeah. Well, that worked out. Yeah, so auto stop start. It's a diesel. So the auto stop start is probably works where it does this, but then it's going to say no more stop start. Yeah, like that. You watch, it will say no more stop start. Somehow it still says we have a range of 498 miles. Really? I don't know of an engine that can do that. The onboard computer is, it's going to be lying. It's going to be telling the whole truth. just got to be careful of the traffic because they are. You can't trust them. Can't trust them. And then you got to do this to stop that car driver being a twat. The turbocharger is absolutely spot on. It just knows when to change, and the auto box is getting it right every time. So yeah, we're going to keep on going and keep on driving. And whoa! And here comes the traffic. Oh, traffic is terrible. None of you want to watch this. You don't want to watch the traffic like this. We will continue this later. And what we just had to battle through so much traffic. So much traffic. It was stop-start. Everybody was unhappy. Everybody was pushing into your lane. Everyone was bullying each other. It's just really bad driving for a lot of car drivers. Even now, you can see we're just going back into stop-start traffic. Traffic's not really moving. I mean, terrible. But this Mini, wow! This is the third generation of the Mini. Gotta say, BMW have done an amazing job. They really have. The gearbox, the engine, the steering's pretty accurate. It's very stable. You feel quite planted in the corners. Got hill start assist. Everything is. All the buttons are soft touch. All the buttons are soft push. Leather, so soft, so supple, and you've even got those grips where you put your thumbs into and you grip the steering wheel when you're going needing to get a move on. So it's actually quite good. A little bit different though with the Speedo, because the Speedo reads 20, 40, 60, 80 instead of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So it's a little bit different. This is the quietest diesel Luke Wright's ever experienced. Now, honestly, there are much noisier diesel engines than this. This is quiet in the world of diesel engines. And so far, it's done 59 miles. The read-it range says 47.4 miles of range. What's interesting is the range doesn't move very much. Like, it really doesn't move very much at all. It really doesn't. But yeah, we're just in constant stop-start. Traffic sucks. Even the dials have like a glass effect to them. Massive display, which actually is quite easy to read. It's quite clear. Buttons take a little bit of getting used to. Gotta love the this styling here is a homage. It's a hark back to the original Minis. These little chromy, popsicle like, and then you got a red on-off button, which is pretty interesting. The leather is thick, really nice grip on the gear lever, just a really nice place to be. Like, the gear lever feels really nice. I mean, BMW have come such a long way from what they used to be. But yeah, so far this is a very good car to drive.
Excellent!
Like, just a nice car to drive. can't fault it. It's just nice to drive. The stop-start is quick. The way the engine just quickly starts up, it's quite quick. The stop-start hasn't missed a beat. Lovely. But we are in stop-start traffic, and we're in this rubbish, absolute rubbish. Speakers, sound system. You're gonna expect me to say it's really good because it's got a Mini, because it's a Mini brand, and you're thinking it's British. No, the speaker system it's okay. That's all it is. It's okay. The digital processing is good, but the speakers don't have a lot of punch. They don't have a lot of power. So you gotta really have max volume before you get like a nice amount of speaker sound. So maybe there is like there was like a Harman Kardon audio upgrade for the Cooper S models, and maybe there's just something to think about. But yeah, the digital processing is good because you can increase the volume, and what you're looking for is that the sounds are consistent, there's no distortion, which you don't get any distortion. It's actually pretty good. It's just the speakers just don't have any punch. The auto is fantastic. It just knows exactly when to change gear, what gear to be in. Oh, it's just a wonderful gearbox. Wonderful gearbox, it really is. I don't know if you want to see this stop-start traffic. How boring is that? We'll catch you later. Hi everyone. So this is the last bit of the vlog really. But we've done pretty well. We've covered 107 miles. And so far, the trip computer is saying that there's still a range of 439. But what's interesting is how the range doesn't drop off very fast. It drops off fairly slowly, like consistently slowly. So maybe it's a little bit accurate. We're only down 1 bar of diesel. So yeah, so far this third generation Mini has done very well on this journey. Handling. I think this is not a Cooper S. This isn't a high performance version of the Mini, and like I said, it does handle really well. You feel fairly stable. You feel fairly stable, quite planted in the corners. Not a junior supercar or supercar level, but for a standard, like what is a standard car, it handles actually quite well, and it's smooth and it's very stable. Stable through the corners, and you can be fairly confident with this steering. It does help that you've got things to help you, like a more up-to-date traction control system. You've got a more up-to-date stability control system. So you have computer aids that are in the background, doing its absolute best to keep you on the road and keep you in line with the corner that you're taking, and give you the confidence to just power out the corner. Considering again this is not an S, this is not the high performance version, that's pretty high praise when you think about it. That's pretty high praise. So far we've done pretty well. There is an oddity, which is when you set the cruise control reads in kilometers, because this Mini, a Cooper exclusive, was not sold in Britain when it was new. It was sold, get this, in Japan. No. So a Japanese lady bought this brand new from Mini Japan, and then sold this or PX'd it or whatever towards a more modern Mini, because the taxation system in Japan is quite different to what we have in Britain, and we think taxes are bad, and they are bad in Britain. The taxes we pay in Britain are awful, and now we have a Labour government who wants to now make us all pay more tax, that's worse. The Conservatives, as far as I'm aware, were not going to raise taxes. They were trying to do everything they could to keep the tax level the same, rather than increasing taxes and hurting all of us. So all of a sudden we got the Labour Party, the party of working people. Now Labour government are like, oh, now you're going to all have to start paying even more tax than you already pay. And you're already having bad enough time paying your bills, we're just going to make your life even worse. So, it's kind of like, don't pull out, it's not your right of way, wanker. It's not his right of way. If he looks at the chevrons on the road, on his junction, they give way chevrons, not you can just go into this road chevrons, if you know what I mean. But the auto gearbox is amazing, spot on, gets the gears right every time. It's quick, it's smooth, it's awesome. The gearbox is awesome, the engine is awesome. Remember, this is not a high performance Mini, and for everyday driving, this is actually fairly fast. It's actually fairly fast, because it helps, because the engine's is more modern, and up-to-date BMW twin scroll turbocharger, and of course auto. So when you want to accelerate, you don't have to think about it, you just do it. If you're going to go for an overtake, you don't think about it, you just do it. So auto is a huge help. Do you know what? It's fairly quiet in this Mini, and it's actually been very comfortable. It's just BMW quality through and through. The leather is supple and soft. The bolstering's really good. It's just a nice place to be. So yeah, what an awesome car for just everyday driving and just getting you to where you need to be. This is a pretty interesting car when you think about it. Just got to remember though that if you this is a diesel, so whatever you do, don't put petrol into a diesel car. If you let that petrol go through the high pressure fuel pump and then into the fueling system, into the injectors, prepare to destroy your engine, because the two fuels are incompatible. The two fuels are completely different. An engine set up for diesel is completely different for an engine set up for petrol. And if you mix the two, you're going to kill the engine. So you've got to be very wary of that. Yeah, it's been a fairly easy drive. It really helps just to have that wonderful automatic gearbox. And it's just such a nice drive. It's a nice car to drive. You literally can, or Luke Wright cannot find anything negative. Nothing negative. You just can't. Everything's just nice. And the leather is superb. The colour of the leather is superb. And very hard to come by. But yeah, this is really good. And you got automatic stop-start, which is really good. It works every time, and it's quick to respond and just works. It just works. It's very good. But yeah, So we'll see where we go from here, and just make our way back to base. Thanks for watching. What a great good car to drive. BMW 3-cylinder turbocharged diesel, BMW gearbox, suspension, brakes and geometry, but in a Mini body with Mini styling and the Mini brand. And it drives really well. The onboard computer is really advanced. And it's really nice that when you go into gear, the engine's literally, if you're off the brake, creeps you forward. But not only that, but if you hit reverse and you lift your foot off the brake, also she creeps backwards. It's really good. Thanks for watching.
The little rascal has spirit. Has what?
This is the end of the trail for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, kid.
Yeah, so my coffee today is screwdriver again.